So hello guys, welcome back to another episode of our podcast named HACKCAST. Today we are going to record our fifth episode with Deepak Dhiman. You usually know him as Redox Hunter. And also we have launched a few courses. You can check them out. Here are the courses we offer. And
My name is Deepak Dhiman, and currently I'm working as a cybersecurity specialist in. Uh, I have got interested in cybersecurity by watching a movie named Black Hat, and my inspiration is Aditya Shinde and Stoke. In getting into this field, many people helped me a lot, including Aditya Shinde and Shivam Kamboj and Paman Rawat. They are like brothers to me, and in 2017 I have started learning about hacking, and till 2016 I have never touched the PC, any PC or laptop. So after getting interest by watching the movie, I start googling what is this movie all about. Then I start learning about social engineering and creating payloads using metasploit and msf venom. and
Okay.
then in 2019 I've started on try hack me, and I got on top 1000 on try hack me. And then someone shared a post about bug bounty, and then I think I have give a try, and after that whole journey started.
So, so what I like actually, if I ask, what's the main domain you're working in cybersecurity?
It's a web Android thick client,
Okay, thick
but
line. I have heard of
currently
it, but not very familiar about it. Can you tell something about it?
can you repeat?
Can you tell something about thick line? I'm not that familiar with it.
Okay,
I've heard
thick
about that term. I'm
I
little bit
think
curious about it.
thick client is less crowded in if I say in bug bounty,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, due to lack of I can say lack of
Yeah, it's
program.
like of corporate thing, right? As much as
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
And thick client is basically it's like a web application,
Mm-hmm.
and there it can be a two tier architecture of application or three tier. Basically, you can say it's like Android testing, but the version is of desktop type, like
Okay.
exe type, Windows running pipe.
Okay. Okay.
So it's the same. It's divided into static and dynamic. And the easiest and fun part in thick client is uh, reading about reading dumping files. Sometime it disclose database and all. And second thing is about DLL hijacking, and it's the easiest, I can say, easiest vulnerability to test on. But its name is huge like DLL hijacking, but still it's the easiest one.
Okay. So that's kind of irony, right? There. The name is some sort of complicated and a big vulnerability name,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty easy to do that, right? Like the HTML injection. The name is said as HTML injection, and in the end, what you are doing is just H1, like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, kind of.
Okay, so as you have said that your journey is started from the movie called Black Hat.
Yeah.
So it was all that part that you already said. Is that your whole journey, or you wanna add something about your journey, or tell someone something about the
Uh,
journey, your favorite part?
okay.
It can be or whatever. I think I've seen like I think I know you from around 2 years, right? So I've seen the slow is the beginning of bug bounties. I don't know a lot about it, but I think I follow you from 2 years. So I've seen a lot of posts on your Instagram stories and many
Yeah,
things.
yeah, you have messaged me about that
Yeah,
you wanna start but wanted to at
yeah.
that
I
time.
texted everyone at that
Yeah,
time. Like there was a group of 200 people. They were randomly having a lot of IDs and they were just messaging random people. At that point, I used to do hunting. I was good at that. I casually asked a lot of people. So that's
Yeah.
kind of, I was bored to do that. So I just tried to make connections.
Yeah. Actually, I just started in Bounty in 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my first bug is a file upload bypass, and it gave me bounty of €100.
Mm-hmm.
And but I got a peak when I hack on Kraken.
Kraken, the razor.
Yeah. Yeah, treasure to me. And
Same boy here.
after me, many Indian hackers start hacking on Kraken.com.
Kraken is really a good target, personally.
Yeah, but nowadays I think I think I can say it's like out of budget to them.
That can be a thing.
Yeah.
What platforms do you personally prefer while hunting? If I ask,
I prefer Hack and Proof and Hacker One.
hacker one always. That's
Yeah,
a great thing.
yeah, Hacker One is like it's a good for beginner also
Mm-hmm.
because you just have to solve some CTFs and you will get invited to a private program.
Yeah, definitely. Have
And
you received the hacker on track, the legendary thing?
no, no, actually, I just started on Hacker One.
Oh, you recently started on it.
Yeah, recently.
I personally don't have the good experience with hack and proof. I am not very often on the hack and proof.
Hacker Proof is like for Web3 and Web2. It's a good platform also.
Yeah,
And
I
the
have a
thing,
I have a question related to the Web three. Like many people find it very hard to hunt on Web three, rather than the our most common vulnerabilities or most common web apps, right? They are
yeah.
simply built on some pages and they're like that. But if anyone is going to try some stuff on Web three, then it's little bit hard. So you wanna say something about it, or you wanna help them?
Like if you wanna learn to Web3 pen testing, you can go to ethernet.japlin.com.
I will mention the link.
Yeah. I will text you that link on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So on that, it's a beginner CTF, but well explained, like how Solidity works and how contract works and what type of vulnerabilities in Web3 and what is Ethereum. So like basic things start, anyone can start from that.
Okay, and what vulnerability should we look for if we are trying to go on some sort of Web three, maybe crypto websites or anything.
Mostly like integer overflow.
So like
Uh,
the functional vulnerabilities,
yeah,
the integer overflow, buffer overflows, like that.
yeah, integer overflow. Like I
The
just enter a huge number in hex value, but it's written as a zero. Means it's actually null, but
hmm
value is too large. But when the transaction is completed, it will reflect it as a like I have done a transaction of million.
Man, that's a cool thing. You know that when you feel like I'm a pro hacker now. So
Actually,
that thing.
I am also learning about Web3 right now. Hackerproof is mostly I hunt on Web2 on Hackerproof.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after some basic questions, let's make this podcast a little bit detailed about Web three. Like you wanna share your experience, how you hunted, or like you wanna share some of your experiences, right? In the
Uh,
later in this podcast.
like I am just starting the Web3 application.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah, and I only submitted two bugs. One is related to integer overflow, and second thing about information disclosure through contract through the console.
okay, okay, got it. Let's let's go ahead. Okay, so your preferred platforms are like H1 and I can prove, right?
Yeah.
And what platforms would you suggest, like to the beginners who are trying to start into the field?
I recommend like nowadays there are many platforms kind of. So I can recommend Integrity, Yogosa, and one more is Go Bug Free.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And for learning resources or for learning purposes, what platforms or what resources would you suggest?
For learning, the platform is HackerOne. Like
Best thing to learn? The
Yeah,
activity
mention
section.
best activity session. I actually note even it help you while you're doing hunting. For example,
Yeah,
if you choose any program on HackerOne, just go to their activity and find the parameters and first that parameter to all the subdomains of the target. Maybe you found something interesting.
definitely. That's the pro tip here.
Yeah.
Right. Let's say, what's your favorite bug?
My favorite bug nowadays is about like finding third-party resources, panels,
Mm-hmm.
and S3 buckets, exploiting them. And one more thing, when I started, everybody knows me about like I got 95% success rate in those.
Cross,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I got
good.
multiple bounties using those.
Like, have you reported any crazy vulnerability? Like, okay, that was some mind blowing thing, or you wanna share something like that story?
Something it's a kind of weird stuff on it's on the hacker one. Like there is a program, private program, and I have started hunting on that, and I found that they are using Jira instance.
Mm-hmm.
So when I visit that, I am able to find register on their Jira instance.
Mm-hmm.
And when I registered, I saw every project, and in a comment, I am able to get their webhooks and Slack channels.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I reported it to HackerOne, they said it's already reported by someone, but they can't add me on the original report. And I'm like, why?
I got one today, like the same thing. We can't add you to to the other report. Oh, why? I reported it. There is nothing that I don't know about it, right?
Yeah. And second, good stuff is like it's on an Indian company, Prep Ladder.
Hmm?
Prep Ladder. It's provide training about MBBS and NEET
Okay.
exams,
Okay,
medical
okay,
exams.
okay.
So some one of my friend when I'm started recommend me to hunt on because they provide swags. So I created a sitemap using Webpack URLs
Mm-hmm.
and fuzz all of them on the all of the subdomains of that target. And luckily I got access to their admin panel. But I got that excitement that I don't further go for exploitation. I just report it. But I got swag. But later on, when I try again after 1 2 days, there is a file upload also, and I got an
You might have
RC.
done an RC.
Yeah,
It hurts. It definitely hurts when
yeah,
you
yeah,
report before escalating it. It hurts more than a duplicate. Enough.
yeah. More than a duplicate
Yeah, yeah.
because like if I be more patient. It sounds cool. Like I found RC.
Definitely, yeah. You have found an RC, but you are unable to report. It's like that, right?
Yeah. No, actually, I reported, but they said that you have already reported about admin panel. Since we are removing that, so there is no chance.
Still, like after patching some vulnerabilities, there are also chance that you might get some other open place or other open path. So still, there is a big chance that you may brute for that again and found something more juicy information, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I have tried the same. Like if I can find even after 1 month, I do more like on like finding like if there is any new subdomains or any new endpoint that I got. But there is no after that they don't like the subdomain that I found earlier that also bring down.
Okay, there's a little bit of chance, but still, we can't say that there is a big no.
Yeah, but I have learned something. But nowadays, like I'm working as a pen tester or a cybersecurity specialist in a company. So my main focus is not on on bounties. Like I want to learn something. I just search like this is the new vulnerability like JSON RPC. I don't know that you can perform a dose using JSON RPC.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I go to Medium and searching Google, and I luckily I found a report on HackerOne same for JSON RPC, and I have learned that. So I just uh, keep updating myself using bug bounty.
That's cool, man. So bug bounty is all about just keeping yourself updated. It's not about hunting, reporting, or like that thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like if you just choose only one bug that I wanna hunt only this. Maybe there is a time like CSRF is mostly now dead, not completely, but mostly it's dead now.
Um, yeah, definitely. CSRF, like, do you try to find CSRF in their daily basis?
Yeah, I've tried, but I use Microsoft Edge browser instead of Firefox and Chrome.
Okay, okay, understand. Um, Next question is like, how to choose program?
I How do I choose program? Uh,
Yep. How do
I
you
just
choose program? It's not like how to choose program.
Okay. So first thing, I want to make sure if you want to learn something, or like you want to learn exercise, just find a program that say that they already know exercise on this endpoint,
Mm-hmm.
or exercise is out of scope on this domain.
Yeah.
If if they are marking that in the out of scope, that this exercise is out of scope, like on
Mm-hmm.
this domain, so there are chance that that exercise is 100% exist on that domain. The thing you want to learn about exercise, just you need to just find that on that domain, even it's out of scope.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I learned my first exercise on a target. So I choose program based on like what I want to learn. But
Okay.
but when I started before the job, I want bounties, not about the learning. So I choose program based on the response time.
तो अपन कहाँ थे?
Program choose.
Yes.
I usually get on like only one domain in scope,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly at that time like it's my learning journey. So do mostly hunt on a self-hosted program, and I just use a Google Doc, and I will hunt until 20 or 25 pages of that first door trigger.
Okay. So it's like hunting on a particular program or particular scope, right?
Like particular scope at that time, I don't figure out. I just choose a program that give me a response.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Okay.
got a response,
Now the next thing is one of the most interesting thing. What's your methodology?
Barlosi, I have already shared on my YouTube, but now I'm developing everything.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Recon is now the crucial part in hunting, bug mounting, and automating some my daily stuff. Like even I have automated my dependency confusion RC.
That's a great
So
thing. I want that.
yeah, I will share. No worries, bro. Like I don't keep anything private to myself. I will share it to people.
I also believe in public things, right? Many of the
Yeah.
people are like, no, okay, I can't share you my recon thing. I can't share you my personal script. It's private. I don't share this, that. Okay, bro, if you don't wanna share, okay, don't share it. There are a lot
But
of people.
there is no such private thing, because when they make a write up about anything
Mm-hmm.
or about a bug, so what all they do, they don't like, people think like their automation is about uh, just giving some file or giving a target, it will automatically scan everything, but they don't actually if you know, there is a test person, hacker on Background test, Arman Samir.
I think I know.
Yeah, he's the guy. What he do? Uh, I like. So he go to Hackerman and any write up. The
Mm-hmm.
same thing I do. Not he, but same thing I do. So I just search like if I want to do go for information disclosure, I will go to hacker one activity and search on like information disclosure, get all the endpoint and all the stuffs by reading reports, and I will create a custom Nuclei template for that. So next time I don't have to like uh, search research like what is this. It will automatically Nuclei will automatically do the same stuff for me.
Definitely, that's an interesting thing, right? One more thing, how to create templates? One of the most asked questions.
If you go to like on their GitHub repo, for example, there is a default login. If you search in their nuclear templates, just go for default login and you will get a template. Now you just have to change the endpoints, and for the response you can use Google Door. For example, there is a like server status. I am saying an example. If it's open, you can just grab one thing from the response, like that is usually commonly found in this application if this folder is accessible. So you can pass that to the nuclei template. Like if I hit this, if you hit this endpoint and you get this thing in response, that means that server status is open.
Okay,
Yeah.
and one of the most interesting thing that I usually ask people, so what's your highest bound? If you want to share the digits, you can share the digit.
Can you repeat?
What's your highest bounty?
Highest amount is my $10,000.
It's a cool, man.
Yeah.
That's like it feels like a reward. That meme.
Yeah, it's from Kraken also.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I usually
Yeah.
love the Kraken products. In personal, I usually use a lot of Kraken products.
Yeah.
Usually like that. There's a question. There is something called the insecure design thing.
Yeah.
You wanna tell something about it?
Insecure design, the same I can say. It's actually come into people get confused in server security misconfiguration, insecure design, and third thing is about monitoring, because these are like sound similar. So insecure design is like if you are using anything, for example, you can say jQuery, Moment.js, anything like that, and those have a vulnerability that exist,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a part of your that you want it.
Okay. So, like, is there any perfect way to find it easily or something like effectively?
uh like I have never found this kind of bug actually.
Okay.
But in organization people say that insecure design principle in a way security headers not present properly,
Mm-hmm.
that's also a insecure design.
Yep.
Yeah, and second thing, disclosing something in like uh, there are custom pages, for example Apache Tomcat,
Mm-hmm.
and if you are able to access their uh, example scripts, means they don't configure it properly. It's a misconfiguration. Design is about what, because when you go to the error, like if I go to and that Apache Tomcat version displays to me,
Mm-hmm.
that is insecure design making by them. For
Okay.
example, there is a directory I just visit, no not exist. Most commonly, like I wanna see a custom error page of a target that they are using or not. I just use a not exist in endpoint and I visit it. And if there is nothing, then like it gives me a custom error page, but that disclose information to me. That's a insecure design.
Okay. It's a clear, it's a complete different vision about it, right?
Yeah.
One more thing, you wanna share some tips about the RC or the SRF, usually the most common bugs.
RC or SSRF?
Yep.
SSRF, like actually, for SSRF, I usually for, find parameters like URL that are common. But also, what I do, for example, if there is a parameter I have found, there is a target that, for example, there is a file upload,
Mm-hmm.
and what I will do, I will just add a parameter. First means I will try to find any hidden parameter on that. Like if I go if for example they have first they have implemented a URL system that you can upload a file using URL, but they have
Mm-hmm.
changed it.
Yeah.
But if you fuzz properly and you go that parameter, then there is a chance that you can find SSRF. And SSRF I mostly like in number on the cloud I have submitted 9 SSRF, out of which 8 are triggers. I
Okay.
share the tweet also about SSRF. Actually, that month is awesome for me. And so the story behind about SSRF exploitation, I am able to do like external host discovery and port scanning. Third thing is DOS, and fourth is LFI.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm able to get the scripts using file protocol, and that is through the IP of origin IP. And for RC, like I first thing I just grab their GitHub repo,
Packet.json.
yeah, package.json. And second thing, like try to find any file uploads. Third thing, any third party service that have a CV about it. Fourth thing is port scanning and is service running on that have a exploitable functionality or file upload I have found. And fifth thing, it's a P4 bug, but kind of it not into come into like RC, but you can escalate it RC if it's not configured properly. It's anonymous FTP login.
Mm.
Yeah, in a target, I have found that. So what happened? There is a directory called uploads on a target also. So when I upload a file using anonymous FTP login, I'm able to access that on the main web application of the target. So I have just upload a PHP info file and able
Yeah,
to
you
get,
can then execute the
yeah.
anonymous FTP in Smart. Like usually people find the anonymous FTP, but they are ignoring it as okay. We got the database access and we can do whatever we want. You can do more
Yeah.
than what you know, right? At some point, and add some tips about escalations and many more things. Like there's a lot of things we usually ignore about escalation.
Escalation, I can say, for example, just read tweets, write ups about it.
About any bug you found, and you will find the tweets and other things, right? About it, like you'll
Yeah.
try to find tweets, the old hacker on the reports or like that.
Like first thing, it's about same goes for XSS.
How? Like, can you tell
How
me?
like self XSS with CSRF.
Mm-hmm.
And second thing is about we can say yesterday I read a tweet. It's not mine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he exploited XSS to account takeover by getting API generating API keys for the user because cookies are not reflecting. So he create a script for that, and that's
Mm-hmm.
a awesome finding.
Understood.
In the,
And one more thing, right? There is a lot of dynamic websites, static websites. We usually know a lot of things about websites these days. But can we actually do, or like, what bugs can we find on the static websites if we just note them out?
for static website, first thing
Just home
I
page, contact page with no input parameters. Okay, I will just tell you, no input
okay
parameters at all.
uh,
You just got some
okay
four pages. and then boom, just an email address.
So on that, what I can do,
Mm-hmm.
for example, is there any JS file analysis? Is there any sensitive data on JS? First thing I will try. Second thing, I will go to wayback, any wayback, like I found any sensitive endpoint on that target that is not usually accessible. Third thing, go to GitHub and I will search that domain. Means I will
Git
try to
recon.
grab, yeah, I will try to grab the endpoints of of that domain, even including content discovery using directory brute force or file upload. And fourth thing, like what type of servers it's using, for example Nginx or Ruby on Rails framework. What else they are using, like
Mm-hmm.
if they are using Ruby on Rails, there is a vulnerability in using accept header on Ruby on Rails framework mostly, that can lead to LFI.
What's the most underrated part where we can usually find bugs? Like, there is a lot of things that we usually ignore.
Yeah.
So, what would be the most underrated thing according to you that is ignored when hunting or when looking for bugs, when looking for security issues?
Like I don't do JS analysis first,
Mm-hmm.
but when I learned something using my friend, because he reported 20 plus bugs by just reading the JS files. So when I started, but that means JS files are like gold mine if you can read it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, what like it disclose endpoints, even some. Uh, Actually, recently I reported accesses by finding a parameter, and that parameter I don't use on that main domain. Instead, there is a domain that for authentication,
Mm-hmm.
and that is up for login, and its parameters redirect error. And
That can,
second thing people miss is about finding hidden headers
yeah,
and finding,
that is usually the not that much popular amongst the casual people, right?
yeah,
Using if you are
and
finding hidden parameters, they are usually doing just the way back and that thing, but no, that's not enough.
yeah, I actually what I do, like for example, there is a login page. I just and request is goes on in JSON format. So I will just add a parameter test and go send it to intruder. And word list I commonly use for parameters are like paraminer one, that is good also, and the basic one for Arjun that used by Arjun tool. I use both word list for param finding.
You want to suggest some tools that people should use when hunting? Some tools?
Tool like Uncover.
What?
Uncover. Most people don't know about Uncover.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what it will do, it will provide you IP on the target through the search engines like Census, Shodan, Zoomai, Fofa. And
Okay.
second tool I want to recommend is about, it's not tool but it's an extension of Bugshoot. That is, first is Wayback Machine, second is JS Miner,
Yeah, JS Miner.
yeah, and third one is random IP address.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah. So it will like random IP address extension help me to find a access a 403 page.
That can help usually, really.
Yeah,
And now the last two questions. What helped you the most to getting into like building a career out of bug bounties, right? What
yeah.
thing helped you the most? Certifications, Hall of Fames, resume, CV. Like, how did you build attractive resume for it?
Like I make a resume by mention I mention everything in my resume, like my Bhagwan experience, Google Hall of Fame, my write-ups, like my write-ups also, and my, like I have a YouTube also, so I just recommend my YouTube links.
Mm-hmm.
So I share what I have done, not what I don't, or like,
What I can
yeah,
understood, got it. And then one more thing, if someone thinks that they can create a complete like, there are a lot of students of mine who are like, you have heard about my courses, right?
yeah,
I'm having a lot of courses, right? So they are usually asking me that, can we make a career out of bug bounties? So what do you want to
yeah,
say them?
yeah, 100%. My career is based on Bhagwan. I am an example, I can say.
Okay, so that would be a great thing, definitely.
Yeah. Basically, in job certification, I don't know. Indian people, Indian company demands that for certification. But if you have a good skills,
Mm-hmm.
you will be like you will be hired by a good company. And recently, I got two promotions in 1 month.
That's
I
good.
started, yeah, I started as a cybersecurity analyst. Now I'm a cybersecurity specialist.
Yeah, definitely. So definitely, I will say that you can make a career out of it, right?
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Definitely. And when you wanna quote something in the end, you wanna tell something to the audience, any tip,
Uh,
anything, any closing lines, something like that.
Closing line is if you are just a beginner and you are focusing on like if you are attracted in bounty by seeing other people post about dollars, then I recommend that you don't have to come into this field.
Like in the yesterday, we recorded a podcast with Nay Patel, and I will really say that Bug Bounty is a game of courage, not of screenshots. It's a
Yeah,
game of courage. It's a game of interest. It's not for something, okay, just do that or do this, we can do that. No, bro, you can't do that. Like, you need a courage, you need a, a will. Like, there is a friend of mine who was just, we were just randomly sitting in a park, not at a park, we're just on a bike. He was saying that, look at all the top hackers, they have not started because of money, because of fame, because of anything. They have started because of curiosity.
yeah.
Like, in at some point, if I tell you that, if you have started bug bounty for money, or if you started hacking for money, do you think that you have reached this much far?
No, no, I will never.
Definitely, right? So that's the
Yeah,
thing. Don't get inspired with the screenshots. Like, how many bounties do you hit in a day, or how many bugs you will report, but never post a screenshot these days, I think.
yeah. Actually, I have report. I submit both,
Yeah, I like, there's many people,
but
millions of people usually show na how they did it.
90% people don't share.
Yeah, like, there is a lot of students of mine, they're hitting good bounties, but they're not sharing. There is a saying, there is no need to share when you can just make it a secret.
Yeah, no, but nowadays, after my job, I stopped sharing everything.
Yeah, definitely, at some
भाई
point.
टैक्स का डर लगता है.
नहीं कर सकते, we can't do anything about that, right?
Yeah.
I think for this punchline I may get a whole million views. So that's crazy. So that was for today's podcast, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. You wanna say something?
Yeah, well, actually, I have seen your content also.
Okay.
Even my best podcast till now is about Aditya Shinde you have.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
There is a big
and
conspiracy behind it. I will say, not a conspiracy. There is a big story behind it. I have, you can say, three podcasts. And I have three podcasts already on my channel. All of them are having 300 views, and all of them were taken down. Like,
yeah,
casually, I just woke up on the evening at 4 p.m. around. Just saw my message. Some of them, a lot of people have messaged me, and they are saying, your podcast are not visible. One of your podcasts is not visible. I talked to the person. They have said that there are some legal issues regarding to it. I said, okay, let's take it down. And like how it feels when you take down the whole thing,
yeah, yeah,
right? It feels so bad. And that time I was not having Mac, so I am editing on someone else PC. So I was so, uh, demotivated at that time. And I just randomly thought, in 1 or 2 hours I will make something bigger than that. And now you can see, like, the only podcast with Aditya Shinde is having views over 1.8k. So it doesn't matter right now. So it was just a crazy, comeback. about the podcast, and I really behind the stage, or you can say there is a lot of things going behind the scenes about that thing. And definitely Aditya bro was one of the best person I've ever met in the bug bounty field.
No, Ditya Shinde is big brother to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So whenever I get to something demotivating and anything, I just message him, "Hey, bro, I can't do this, I can't." So he just say, just go on, and yeah, he is very sporty.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. And same is Pawan Rawat and Shivam Kamboj.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always say, they changed my life. These persons changed my life.
Definitely. Like there is usually we get some persons who are very helping in the journey.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the thing. And anything else you want to there on my channel there is there is a whole section for bug hunting course. I think you know or you don't know about it, but there is a whole section in which I have uploaded a whole bug hunting course, about 22 videos around.
On YouTube.
Yeah, I do have. I don't know why it's not that not that popular like the other videos. Other videos getting views as almost 500, 700. But on that videos I'm only getting views around 200. But you won't believe, I have over 1k view on what thing SPF.
And like I for I got interested here about SPF. When I started, I did a report on Hacker One.
Okay,
Some person reported a bug of SPF and got $750 for it.
it hurts. It hurts more than anything. It it hurts more than the missed escalation, right?
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
show you the playlist here. I have it here right now. So this is my channel. Here, this is my channel here, right?
Yeah, I already subscribed, bro.
Thanks, man. Subscribe if you have not subscribed.
Yeah,
Others
sure,
watch viewers.
100%.
So this is the playlist, the full bug hunt playlist, right? So there is a whole thing about it. You can see that HTML accesses, from HTML accesses to the command injections, OAuth, the magic of Wayback, CRLF, SSPI, and I can say bro, the CRLF, SSPI and account takeover. These three videos are one of my best videos. I can't say that how in depth I have explained about it. So definitely, I don't know, they are not that popular, but still. And the most surprising thing is like that the SPF video is getting more views than the original content.
Uh, it's I don't know why people got attracted to these things.
I don't know, seriously.
Yeah.
And there is a section.
One more thing I have seen in a Indian community, like
Mhm.
Indian persons, or like if a girl posts the same thing,
Go ahead. I know this
and
thing.
it's truth. It's a
It's truth.
bitter, but
It's truth.
it's a truth. So if the same thing posted by girl, I you can say
Mhm.
to over 200 she will got the comments. So only comments.
Definitely. Okay, you are doing very great.
Yeah,
The most comment you will read,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Just keep it up.
So there is just there's a inequality in the cyber security now.
I'm not saying inequality, but
Yeah,
it's the truth.
yeah.
Even the person who does not any interest in this field,
They
he
will
will watch it.
you can find it. You can find them there
Yeah,
just because of thumbnail. That truth is truth, man. We can't deny the truth, right?
yeah.
So
It's
definitely,
because I have seen many things like this. It's
yeah.
not about yeah.
Indian
And
community is very weird about many things. When you come to bug bounty hunting, there will be
and
like
if for a boy, he need a support from big YouTubers. If you want, he wants to grow his channel, whatever.
what?
If a boy wants to grow a YouTube on YouTube in YouTube things, so he need a help from top YouTubers.
Like it's hard, but we can't actually get help from YouTubers. There is both of the things. Both things are dependent here.
Yeah,
And there is a thing like if there is a like stock or the naam se कि promotes my channel, definitely I will get a lot of subscribers. But there will be a thing, if I post a video I will not get views, because completely it depends on getting audience, not earning audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like in starting I was having 100 400 subscribers, but views are like 3 or 4, because at that point I got subscribers. But now I am having 1k, and I can say that I have earned the 1k. It's been a year over, so it's pretty hard. But yeah, you can just get subscriber. It's not that hard if you are not looking at the subscriber count.
And one like have you ever used Google advertising for
Yeah.
YouTube?
No, not for YouTube, but I have heard of it that you will get a lot of side effects of it.
Okay.
Right?
Because I have seen many people grows their channel using that.
That using the FB ads and many things.
Yeah, yeah.
They use a lot of things for that. Anyway, we can't do anything. We just want to serve the community, not to make something from it. So let's do it in its own way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I will share all the resources that we have discussed here, okay, in the
Yeah, sure.
description, and I will share all the social media links to the description. You can contact him if you want to know anything about his journey or something else. You want from the templates, contact him, and that's so good. Okay, so bye guys.
And thanks for watching. This is just for today's video. See you guys in the next video.